This is my quick and dirty way of color grading in Premiere Pro. If you've shot in log and your footage looks flat and depressing, and you just don't have the time to spend hours perfecting a color grade, by the end of this video, you'll know how to take your footage from this to this in just a couple of minutes. The first thing I like to do before I get started on the color correcting or color grading is I like to get all my windows set. And to do this, I'll head to the toolbar at the top, click on Window, Workspaces, and then Color. This will give me all the windows I need. And these scopes to the left, if you don't have them, click on the little spanner and then click on Waveform Luma, Vectorscope, YUV. We'll get back to the use of these in just a second. Then after that, I'll add an adjustment layer. Now, an adjustment layer is essentially an umbrella that goes above your clips, and then anything you change on the adjustment layer will make changes to the clips underneath. So to do this, you want to go to New Item in the bins in the bottom left, and then Adjustment Layer, and then simply drag it over your clips. Now we're going to add our LUT. If you click on the adjustment layer, and by default you'll have basic correction open. I personally will close that, so if you click the little arrow next to basic correction, and then I'll open creative. I feel like with this you get a bit more control because you can choose the intensity of the LUT. So if it's too strong, you can bring that down, and then vice versa. And we're going to add my personal LUT. If you want the exact LUT I'm using, it's in the description below for you to purchase for yourself. And that looks pretty good off the bat. So obviously you can play with the intensity using this bar. It is making a difference to the waveforms to the left. So if you do want to be really quick, you could actually just use that intensity bar and ship it. But in this video, we're going to dive a little deeper than that. So if you head back to basic correction, so just click that little arrow again, and then click on the clip, not the adjustment layer, because we're going to edit the actual shot itself, because most of these shots need different adjustments. So now it's best, now you've got the overall look, it's best to kind of do the finer adjustments on the individual clips. So now we're going to start using our scopes. In basic terms, this waveform to the left is basically your highlights. You don't want your highlights to go above the 100 line. Obviously, there's some situations which you can't help, like if the sun's in your shot, then it's just naturally going to be over that. And then the 0 is your shadows and blacks. You don't want them to go below that. But again, shooting in darkness, it's going to be below that 0 line. And then these are essentially your color accuracy. The vector scope is your color accuracy. So as you can see, your reds, your magentas, and we'll go through exactly why that is so important in just a second. But firstly, we're going to use the waveform. So this shot is actually pretty bang on. As you can see, we're not clipping at either end. I would maybe even bring the shadows up, because I just like the smoothness in these darker areas. And then maybe even bring the highlights down just a tad. So I think in terms of the exposure, it's pretty much bang on. We don't really need to do much there. It's just subjective looks. But what you can do is head up to the white balance and use the color picker. And if there's something white in your image, you can get that corrected on something white and it will change accordingly. So I'll just bring it down slightly so it's like in between. And that looks quite nice. But to get natural skin tones, like to make sure the skin tones are bang on, a neat little trick of doing this is if you head over to opacity and then use the pen tool to just mask out a triangle on the face. So it's just that tiny triangle of skin. Then if you head back to the scopes, this is where you'll use the vector scope. So I'll make this slightly larger. So that line is where your skin tones want to sit on. So as you can see, we're slightly off. We're slightly towards the yellow there. So then if we head back to this clip, where's my triangle? If we head back to this, go to your Lumetri color tabs, click on curves, scroll down to hue versus hue, and you basically want to use the color picker again. So if I get the color picker, click on the triangle, and then we've basically just grabbed that specific skin tone. So as you can see, it's given me 3 dots, and in the hue versus hue tab. And then you just want to adjust those on the vectorscope that's moving when I drag it up and down towards the yellow and towards the red. So you basically want to fine tune it until it sits on that line. So I think because there's the sun there, I will lean slightly towards the yellow. So maybe like there, because I don't want to start looking like Hellboy. And then if we remove that mask, so you've immediately kept everything else in your image how you picked before with the white balance, but now you've graded your skin for a natural skin tone. And it's as simple as that. So if I show before and after, before and after. So you might think it looks right from your natural eye, like just from eyeballing it, but it could be wrong. And all screens look different as well. Like I'm sure you've posted a video from your laptop and then you've looked at it on your phone and it looks completely different. This will help with that using the scopes. So this image is pretty much there. The only thing I would do is add a bit more saturation. It's a bit muted, my skin tones and these oranges around me. I'd just like them to be a bit more punchy to draw your eye towards me. And a lot of people just use this basic correction tab to just drag the bar up, the saturation bar. But in doing this, you're saturating the whole image. So as you can see in these shadows, it's even making a difference right in the corner of the image. And you don't want that. You want your eyes to be drawn to your subject, the focus of the image. So to do this, I like to head down to the HSL secondary, unclick hue and saturation. And then if you adjust this tiny triangle pointing downwards on the Luma tab and just start to drag it to the left, you'll slowly start to see what you're selecting. And then if you grab the second triangle that's pointing upwards, that will just feather the bits you've selected, so it's not obvious that you've added this effect. So it's not just like this harsh cutoff. It will just kind of feather it out and blur the edges. So now if I drag this saturation up, it's only adjusting me and those kind of like mid-tones. One last touch is the vignette tab on the Lumetri colors. And a sweet spot I like to find is if you drag this down to -3. So if I show you before and after, it adds something to the image. It's less flat. It draws your eyes towards this area. So I'm really happy with how that grade has turned out. Now we want to apply it to our other clips. And the easy way of doing this is to click on the clip on your timeline, head over to Effect Controls, click on Lumetri Color, and then Command C. So you're basically going to copy it. And then if you find another clip, for instance, like this one, and it's obviously still got our LUT on it that we applied on the adjustment layer. So if I turn that adjustment layer off, it's like that, and then back on. And then if we paste the settings from the other clip, you can instantly see the difference. So you can see the vignette, you can see the color correction that we made. Like, look at the skin tone. So it goes from that yellowy greenish look, and then it's a more like pinky red. Obviously this looks very blue, so if we apply some of the other steps, so we make it a bit more on the warmer side, and then the same here if we bring down those whites, and it's just a really, that looks good. It's just a really quick way of applying a nice grade to all of your footage very quickly. So that is how I color grade when I need something to look good fast. The LUTs I used are in the description below if you want to speed up things even more. If you enjoyed this sort of video and want more color grading tips, let me know in the comments below. But thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.